July is actually a very significant month for you, Libra. We have the South Node entering into your sign on the 17th, and this is really marking a period where you are letting go of old versions of yourself, releasing old identities, and really figuring out what relationships are actually aligned for you. You may be lowering your guard and learning how to become more vulnerable or connected with people based on a more authentic version of who you are now. Of course, in the month of July and even into August, we also have your ruling planet Venus going retrograde in Leo, so there's a lot of focus on friendships and social networks for you as well. So you really could be combing through friends or, your social groups, social circles, really figuring out where you belong. And there's also a new moon in Cancer this month as well, which could mean that there is a new job or promotion in the works for you. Before we dive into this month's reading, I just want to thank all of you who support this channel and also reached out last month in support of my cat, Benny. He's actually doing a lot better, I'm very happy to say. So thank you so much for your prayers, words of encouragement, and your donations. I really, really appreciate all of it. My heart was just so touched during a really challenging time, so thank you so much. For those of you who are brand new to this channel, my name is Michael, and I utilize tarot and tropical astrology to intuit monthly forecasts for your zodiac sign. If you want to make sure that you're always up to date, definitely be sure to hit like, subscribe, and the bell notification so you never miss out on what's in the cards for you. I do also just want to give my friendly reminder that I will never DM you or reach out to you in the comments to solicit my services. Anyone who does that is just an imposter, they're fake, they're trying to scam you, so please report and ignore them. And if you do want to book a reading for me, you can find all of my links in the description of this video, including links for personal readings, distance Reiki sessions, and my social media accounts. Before we pull some tarot cards for you, Libra, I did actually pull the animal cards, and I have the raccoon and the hummingbird. Now, the raccoon is a really interesting energy because it does signify a mask. And I was talking about in the intro of this video that you really are letting go of old versions of yourself. You're kind of dropping your mask. And it's like you're letting go of the story of yourself or how other people perceive you. And there's something more authentic, something more real. And that might come in the form of trying new things or exploring different groups of people. Especially with the hummingbird here, by following your joy and following your bliss, you could be really exploring new areas of your life, finding new sources of sweetness, and finding lightness in that, finding mobility in that. But I feel like there is this energy that is really shifting for you. And there is a bit of an identity crisis in this as well. And it's almost like kind of centered around something that you are exploring. With the full moon in Capricorn on the 3rd of this month, there could also be something that is changing relative to your home or family. There could be some sort of climax here as well. This could also be catalyzing some sort of identity crisis or identity shift for you. And again, these themes are really going to be playing out for quite a while. So it's just the beginning in the month of July. But what do we have for Libra? What do we have for Libra this month? Let's see. Already several cards here. Interesting. So we have the Ace of Wands in reverse. This is the past energy, and some of you have been kind of burnt out or lost your spark for something. And that actually makes sense with Raccoon, because it's like you might have been doing the same things over and over again, and it's just not giving you the same, hit of serotonin or dopamine that it once did. And you're kind of in this monotonous sort of energy, or you've been in this monotonous energy, Libra. Things have felt very stagnant. They have felt very almost like drained, even. There's just this lack of sparkle. There's this missing vitality in your eyes. And it feels like with the Three of Cups, you might be feeling disconnected with people around you as well, specifically groups of friends, but this could also be family members or community members. There's just this kind of like discontent, almost like an ennui, actually, is a really good word for this kind of existential boredom. Where it just feels like you've kind of been floating in your life, kind of between chapters. And the sun in reverse feels like there's been this lack of clarity or lack of direction. Things feel kind of foggy for you. And this is really this starting point, okay? This is really where you are right now. This isn't permanent. And in fact, if you have felt depressed, if you have felt like you've been struggling, the sun in reverse is actually kind of a good omen because it signifies that whatever you are experiencing is temporary. And even though we don't always see the light of the sun, that doesn't mean that it's not there. It's just hidden beneath the clouds, or, underneath the night sky. There could be something here that you aren't seeing yet. We do have the Page of Pentacles in reverse as well, and all of these cards have been in reverse for you, Libra. That's very, very interesting. And the challenge this month is you're afraid to try new things. And it's just like I was talking about with these animal cards, it's revitalizing for you to try new things, but you almost might be afraid of what other people think of you or what they might say. There might be parts of yourself or interests that you disconnected from because it wasn't appropriate in other people's eyes. There's also this fear of failure, this shame almost that is associated with failure, and that prevents you from trying new things or meeting new people. Oh, sorry. Yikes. Okay. Wow. So we have the Devil with the Hierophant in reverse. Honestly, this might even be like a spiritual group of people or like a religious community of some kind that doesn't understand you, or maybe some sort of religious trauma that you have internalized. Those could be really important themes. But it feels like with the Father of Swords, you're kind of cutting out the BS. And you're just being very clear, very lucid with what it is that you think. I'm also hearing that it's important for you to go somewhere this month where you don't know anybody. That is something that your spirit guides are wanting you to do, or that is what my spirit guides are telling me that you need to do this month, Libra. You need to go into a situation where you don't know anybody. And the funny thing is, that is actually when you are able to drop the mask. You recognize a new part of yourself. Maybe this even involves travel or going someplace different. Really kind of getting out of this sort of monotony that you have been in. And again, I feel like there is a great deal of shame or even taboo with something for you, Libra, which is quite interesting. I'm actually hearing something about resolving sexual shame as well. That could be something that's really, really important. We do still have plenty of planets in the sign of Taurus, which for you is the planet of sexuality and taboo things like death, the occult, magic. I feel like there is a freedom that you are starting to experience here. And with Venus going retrograde this month in your 11th house of social networks and friendships, your values might just be very different from the people around you. And that's okay. But I think instead of trying to fit in, it's important to find out where you belong. And I really feel like these are going to be very poignant themes for you over the next couple of years. Again, with the South Node in your sign, the nodes are where the eclipses occur. I'm actually curious what is coming in for you relative to your closer relationships, whether that's love or partnerships, because there is a really big focus on this area of your life as well. Some of you could be meeting someone who is very important, and maybe this person is actually quite different. We have the Tower So there's definitely been some dramatic energy in your relationships. There could even be an ending of relationships, to be honest with you. Relationships that aren't actually aligned from you, relationships that were built on false foundations, or the precedent of those relationships have since changed. So some big, big energy this month, Libra. What else do we have for love and relationships? Show us clearly, please. We do have the Six of Swords. Yeah, I do feel like a lot of you are walking away from relationships this month, or moving on from old heartache. And if you're not relieving a relationship, maybe for some of you this could represent the end of a rough patch in a relationship where things have been very hard. Maybe your partner was going through a tower moment, and you're now seeing the other side of something. Because even though the tower is here, the Six of Swords feels really encouraging to me. I don't feel like you're in the state of despair this month, Libra. At least not for the most part. Because there is a light at the end of the tunnel. There is something in your sights here. There is this rainbow above you. The storm has come to an end. And I do feel like there could be a new relationship in the horizon for you. Of course, the Two of Cups. Yeah. I really feel like there has been this relationship for you, Libra, that's been in the works for some time, if you are single, that you just haven't been ready for because you haven't fully moved on or resolved wounds from the past. And I'm actually hearing that part of you has resisted moving forward because you haven't wanted to let someone go on a subconscious level. But you have also compromised your own needs in that, your own desires in that. And it really does feel like there is a new relationship coming in. Can we know more about this new relationship? Can we know more about this Two of Cups? Maybe this is, again, this is a general reading. So for some of you, it's you getting out of a hard patch and healing a relationship. But I actually do feel like for the majority of you, this is you walking away from a situation that's already broken. It's like finally putting it to rest. Yeah, we have the Page of Swords or Daughter of Swords. New communication, messages coming in. You could be connecting with people online as well. Maybe you're just opening up to the possibility of love right now. Or you're communicating feelings that you need to communicate with someone. But I do feel like there is this forward-moving energy in relationships, and anything that isn't aligned must go, and anything that needs to be purified is being cleansed right now in your relationships, Libra. Because things are happening very quickly for you in this area of your life now that there is the North Node in the sign of Aries. There is also, I believe Chiron is still in Aries. Yes, Chiron is in Aries, which is bringing a lot of healing right now as well. And the Page of Cups, there is someone flirting with you, at least one person, maybe even multiple people who are very flirtatious with you this month. And this could be happening online because Venus retrograde in your 11th house could actually signify the internet. There could even be a friend who is becoming more than a friend for some of you. And I just see that there is communication that's really, really important, that's helping you move forward or move in a more aligned direction for you, Libra. What else do we have? Let's actually pull for finances. What is going on financially for Libra? What is going on financially for Libra? You know, there could, again, be a new opportunity for you in your career, especially with the new moon in Cancer on the 17th, which is the same day that the nodes are shifting. The new moon in Cancer really could be a new job or a promotion or a new beginning, a new cycle in your work or vocation or the role that you fill in the world at large. This could also be involving social media. We do have the Sun of Cups. It feels like there's something that feels more aligned. You're feeling more aligned with the work that you're doing, or you're figuring out what feels aligned to your heart and to your values. Some of you could be going in a more creative or artistic direction. There could also be something with spirituality as well. It feels very, very watery, like a creative profession, spiritual profession. Tell me about work and finances. What is going on for Libra? Five of Swords. Wow. Again, there could be walking away from things or distancing yourself from things, focusing on how you can experience flow without trying to change other people who aren't willing to change. That is an important message. Tell us about finances for Libra. Anything else about finances for Libra in the month of July? We have the Ace of Cups. I do feel like there is good news relative to finances, or you are starting to feel more flow with your finances this month. This could signify a new commitment. And it's almost like the energy I get with this is you're either committing to a more aligned path for you in your career, or you're actually just committing to something that isn't a career, but fulfills you in a way that you haven't been fulfilled, and that's actually improving your career and finances, which is very interesting. Like energetically, it is helping make you more abundant, more attractive in terms of like law of attraction. The Emperor. Very, very good sign. Yeah, you're becoming much more stable this month, Libra. There's a lot of stability that you are building. It does feel like the beginning of this Emperor energy. You are creating a more solid foundation for yourself. And I'm actually kind of looking at this and the Tower when we were looking at relationships. And I feel like some of you, I'm just going to say this, it feels like for some of you there could be this sense of like glowing up or almost improving your career out of spite, which is kind of funny, but it is a distinct vibe I'm getting for some of you. It's like, well, if I don't have the relationship I want right now, I might as well have the life that I want right now. I might as well work on my career or on my financial situation, and you are determined to succeed because we had this one tower, this one pine tree falling apart, but the Emperor is a lot more stable in your finances, in your work. And it's almost like you're falling in love with work, or you're almost like married to your job. That's actually interesting. There could be a commitment or a contract with your job in some way. Very, very interesting. Like there might be people telling you that it's like you're just married to your job, but you really are committed to future growth and planning. That's something that's really, really important to you with the Two of Wands, because it's like you have this vision of where it is you want to go. And that's helping clear up any sort of fogginess that you have had this month, Libra, or in previous months. Because it feels like things have been kind of dull for you for a while. And you're finally committed to something better for yourself. And maybe even stepping into a bigger role. Very, very exciting stuff. I am going to just pull an oracle card for you now. Any other messages for Libra? Any messages for Libra? Wow, new moon in Capricorn, your hard work is paying off. Yes, you will be very, very successful. I really, really feel that for you. And, you know, even though new moons represent new beginnings and times of manifestation and intention setting, in Capricorn, there really is this discipline that's going to be necessary, but I feel like you are putting in the effort. You are putting in the energy. And you will be very successful. Some of you are building an empire. Some of you could be entrepreneurs. Whatever it is that you are doing, you will be successful. Your hard work will pay off. And honestly, looking at the Five of Swords now, it almost feels like some of you are maybe escaping into your work. That actually makes a lot of sense with Raccoon. And while this could be a productive energy for some time, don't completely lose yourself in this energy either. That's just something I want to warn you about. Do what you love, but don't make your identity your role. Is there anything else for Libra? Honestly, that felt pretty final for me. Is there anything else for Libra? I really don't think so. I really do feel those are all the messages for you this month, Libra. I do hope that this was helpful. Be sure to hit like and subscribe. Comment down below what this new beginning is, this way that you are just reclaiming your life. It feels very, very powerful, this role that you are stepping into. Or even write it down, manifest it in the comment section down below, because that feels really important too. Make some sort of commitment to yourself. You can find all of my links in the description of this video for personal readings, distance Reiki sessions, and my social media accounts. You are also welcome to check out the other videos, maybe for your moon or rising sign. There may be messages there for you as well, if this one didn't resonate or there were still some questions that weren't answered. I'll see you all in the next video, and I'm wishing you all a very happy and blessed July. Take care, Libra.